Monday night time. Now everyone watches this primetime show. New York, Nashville, San Francisco. We love to watch the kickoff as the game begins. Pretty cheerleaders and last-minute wins. The screaming crowd and the linebacker stares. Scrambling quarterbacks and retrievers in the air. Big hits are coming, the backs are cutting inside. Everybody turns it up Monday night. Everybody's a fan. Hey, this is the biggest party, man. We got swinging now and then. They got the thing started. We got the week, it's the time that is right. All my rowdy friends are here on Monday night. I gotta get ready to get everything right. Monday night football coming on tonight. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready, ready? Are you ready for some football? A Monday night party. Hey, this is rockin' random ain't ready to get the good time started. We got the teams on the field and we turn up the lights. All my rowdy friends are back for Monday night time. Now everyone watches this primetime show. New York, Nashville, San Francisco. We love to watch the kickoff as the game begins. Pretty cheerleaders and last-minute wins. The screaming crowd and the linebacker stares. Scrambling quarterbacks and retrievers in the air. Big hits are coming, the backs are cutting inside. Everybody turns it up Monday night. Everybody's a fan. Hey, this is the biggest party, man. We got swinging now and then. They got the thing started. We got the week, it's the time that is right. All my rowdy friends are here on Monday night. I gotta get ready to get everything right. Monday night football coming on tonight. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready, ready? Are you ready for some football? A Monday night party. Hey, this is rockin' random ain't ready to get the good time started. We got the teams on the field and we turn up the lights. All my rowdy friends are back for Monday night time. Now everyone watches this primetime show. New York, Nashville, San Francisco. We love to watch the kickoff as the game begins. Pretty cheerleaders and last-minute wins. The screaming crowd and the linebacker stares. Scrambling quarterbacks and retrievers in the air. Big hits are coming, the backs are cutting inside. Everybody turns it up Monday night.
Foran. A linebacker, 78, John McHenry.
Good evening for Madison Community Television and Daniel Hand High School Tiger football. Tonight at Strong Field in Madison is the third game of the season with Daniel Hand playing Joseph Foran of Milford. In the third game of the season, Hand is 1-1. This is Kent Sprague with Jerry Johnson. Frank Tordoff is helping us tonight. Paul Sprague on the camera. Lynn Richards directing. As the captains meet in the center of the field, John McHenry, number 78, and Ned Lynch, number 22, for Hand. For the coin flip, Jerry, welcome to the third game of the year.
Thanks, Kent, and hello to the Tiger football fans out there tonight. This is a very important game for the Hand Tigers. Hand needs to gain some confidence tonight. East line was not a good test. This will be a good test tonight. Foran is 0-2. They've lost their first two games, but that is not an indication of the type of team that they are. They are a much better team than an 0-2 team. They have some good talent, and that talent will fall in place at some point in time this season. We just hope it isn't tonight.
They have multiple type of offenses, I understand it, Jerry.
Yes, and we're going to see that in the early going because they are going to receive the football. They'll run a wishbone, they'll run an eye, they'll run a wing T, they'll run a run and shoot. They'll have one back with trips, meaning three receivers to one side of the field, but they really don't do any one thing well, which is very different from the Hand Tigers that don't do an awful lot, but what they do, they do well. They try to catch the defense off guard, but what happens many times is they'll catch themselves off guard.
You might mention, Jerry, Hand does have some key players out the game. Where do we stand on injuries?
Well, you know, on the program it says the few and the proud, and the few is the important thing here. Hand does not have a lot of personnel, not a lot of depth. There are two players injured today. Scott Hevesy from the last game, he broke his collarbone. He was Matt Gentile's backup at quarterback, and without him in the lineup, that poses some problems if, in fact, Matt gets hurt. The other individual that was hurt in the last game was Scott Gumkowski, and Chris Dorez will start in Scott's place.
I know Scott Gumkowski was on crutches after last game with a sprained ankle, so he probably will not play.
He's suited up today, but he's limping, and we don't expect to see him tonight.
And Chris Connolly is also hurt. We will break for the national anthem at this point. We are about ready to get this game underway. Sean Lynch, number 87 for Daniel Hand, has the ball teed up. Foran has won the toss and will get the ball first, going from our left to our right. The 6-yard line over the shoulder, and the man is bringing it back on the right side, and he's finally brought down about the 25 by Ken Wilson, 82. In on the tackle, number 40 was also right there, Chris Holt.
Down at the 25-yard line. First and 10 from their own 25.
Ken, one guy to keep your eye on tonight is number 25. He's been a starter since he was a freshman. This is his fourth year starting. He's got some pretty good size, about 190 pounds. He's very fast.
He's a tailback?
And he's their tailback.
All right, number 25 is in there. Split backfield for Foran. No receivers wide. Tight formation. Hand it off to number 25. He's hit on the line. He's hit first by 54 Clark and finished off on the far side. And number 7, Matt Gentile, finished that tackle. Peter Clark met the ball carrier, gain of a short yard. We're just underway in this game, no score. Foran this time is to the far side, and the ball carrier is met for a loss, and that's Justin Kingsley, the first man in for the tackle.
He was assisted by Clark.
And Peter Clark.
Good defensive play.
Loss of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 11 for Foran from their own 24-yard line.
In the middle of the line for Daniel Hand are the two big boys. Number 72 is Matt Young. 74 on the far side is Justin Kingsley. Near side 91 is Derek Dene, and 54 is Peter Clark on the far side defensive end. Quarterback looking back to throw. Throw to the right side. He's got a man over here. Complete pass. Almost to the 35. That's going to be very close to a first down.
That was a great stop by Ned. All he needed was a little forward momentum to gain that first down. And I believe Ned kept him from that first down. It's going to be awfully close, though.
That's close enough to measure.
Looks like they're spotting it a little bit farther than I saw.
So where they have the ball sitting, it looks like it's probably a first down. Ned Lynch in on the tackle. We have a break in the action while we get a measurement. So Foran gets a first down on the measurement with a generous spot of the ball. He picked up just enough for the first down. First and 10 for Foran at the 35-yard line, the first possession of the ball game. High formation lined up this time. Receiver right and left. Handed off to the tailback, and he's met by number 30. That's Doraz, Chris Doraz, playing an inside linebacker position.
And a lot is expected from Chris tonight because he's going to be playing both ways, picking up that fullback position from Gumkowski as well.
So Chris Doraz meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage, no gain. And linebackers for Hand are number 78, John McHenry, co-captain, and Chris Doraz on the inside. On the corners are the number 82, Ken Wilson. We have a flag before that play gets off. Ken Wilson is a cornerman on the near side, and 58 on the far side is the other one. That's Rob DeZima. Ball start for Foran, which will be a 5-yard penalty back to the 30. Second and 15.
It is up a second and 15 for Foran from their own 30-yard line.
The secondary for Hand are Ned Lynch, Matt Gentile, Tim Cunningham. Quarterback is rolling left, looking to throw, and he throws across the middle. There's a man open, but it's incomplete. Thrown behind him. Covered over there by Matt Gentile, Tim Cunningham. That'll bring up third and 15.
We haven't seen too many formations thus far. All we've seen is an I and a pro set. I think we're going to start seeing some other formations. What they try to do is catch you off guard defensively, and it's really going to force Hand not to be able to adjust to it. They're going to have to stay in a basic 4-4, but I see that they have a different alignment right now with 5 up front.
High formation this time, 2 receivers to the right, and a passer looking to throw right.
Oh!
It's almost intercepted and dropped by Ned Lynch.
Nice coverage by Ned.
Ned Lynch had the man covered. Incomplete pass will bring up 4th and long.
4th down and 15 yards.
So that pass was well overthrown to the receiver.
And Ned was giving a nice cushion. What we're going to see defensively from Foran is a 4-4 alignment, very similar to Hand's, except they play their linebackers up front more like a pro set.
Back to receive the punt are Ned Lynch on the far side, who's coming up to the ball, bobbles it and recovers it. And Tim Cunningham was also back. So Ned Lynch keeps possession of the ball near the 45. But the 44.
Foran has 2 excellent inside linebackers. They have good speed. They have good lateral movement. What Hand's going to try to do tonight is run right at him.
As they have done the first 2 games, right? So Matt Gentile is the quarterback. Number 30, Chris Doraz, the fullback. Ned Lynch, the tailback. In motion is Ken Wilson. Handed off to Lynch, and he's got 3 or 4 yards. Almost to the 50.
He was just tackled by number 66, who is one of their premier linebackers. Another thing that I learned this week is that Hand has been working very hard on their short passing game. What they want to do is control the ball on the ground and with high percentage passes. So expect to see some short 5-yard passes.
Well, 5-yard gain by Ned Lynch, second and 5. Took this time to Lynch swinging to the left side. He's got room to run a little ways, and he is very near another first down. Where the referee has his foot, that should be a first down.
That was a cross left.
So the ball is across midfield to the 45. First down, Hand.
And then toss left, the tackle kicks out, the guard leads it in right up the hole.
We have 8 minutes left in the first quarter. No score yet. First possession by Hand. In motion is Ken Wilson to the near side. Hand off to Ned Lynch. And Lynch gets a short gain about 2 or 3 yards.
You can see already that the linebackers are making most of the tackles. They're very active on the inside as well as the outside.
44-yard line.
So they marked that back a little bit where his knee first hit, and they gave him only a yard on that gain. On this formation, Sean Lynch goes wide to the right. And Ned Lynch, good hole on the left side, and he goes across the 35. That should be another first down. In blocking ahead of Lynch that time was number 40, Chris Holt.
Down to the 34-yard line.
Into the game is number 86, Hopkins. That's freshman Tom Hopkins. He's split wide to the right. Ken Wilson split to the left. Chris Holt is in at fullback. Matt Gentile quarterbacking, looking to throw. Throw across, and he's aiming for Hopkins, overthrown, incomplete.
Matt Gentile's pass intended for number 86, Tom Hopkins.
And there's the first sign of that short passing game. Real quick release. It was just that the ball was just a little bit too high.
Hopkins just went down about 5 yards and did a hook.
That's all it was.
Brings up second down and 10 for hand at the 35. And over to Chris Torres. Torres got all room to run. He's still going. Hitting inside the 10 to almost the 5. Chris Torres.
Super run by Chris Torres, but what made that work was that big offensive line up front for hand that opened up a hole. I think you could have run through that, Ken.
Not that far, however. He was running behind the blocks of Matt Young and Donnelly, Joel Donnelly, on the left side of center. So first down for hand.
Power eye right.
Power eye right, hand off to Ned Lynch, and he's got some room to go to the end zone.
Very close to the goal line.
He's just a little bit short. So into the game for blocking is number 42, and that's Greg Deaconcilius. He's the other blocker. Deaconcilius and Torres are the blockers ahead of Ned Lynch on that play. Down to the 1 yard line, second and goal. John Lynch put it wide to the left, single coverage. Power right, and Lynch is near the goal. Touchdown. Touchdown hand. Ned Lynch wedges it in behind Deaconcilius and Torres, and behind Justin Kingsley over on that side, and Rob DeZima blocking in the line.
All you have to do is break the plane of that goal line with the ball. That's exactly what he did.
So Daniel Hand takes the lead, 6-0, first quarter, 6:08 left in the first quarter. The conversion try coming up. Matt Gentile will hold. John Lynch will try the kick. Good snap, good placement. The kick is up.
Well, we're off to a good start this first quarter.
Kick is good.
This is a game where Hand really needs to gain some confidence. They don't really feel that their win last week was a big win because they didn't feel that East Lyme had enough talent for this team to be real. But tonight, to get off to this kind of start, they keep this momentum going. This team may be real.
They not only are marching the ball down the field, but John Lynch has shown that he can make the conversions. He was 4 for 4 last week, and he got the first one tonight. So Daniel Hand will kick off to Foran again after scoring the first touchdown of this game. Just over 6 minutes left in the first quarter. In on the coverage for Hand are Mike Burrell, who plays on the special team, and Greg Deaconcilius, Tim Cunningham. John Lynch gets another good kick down the middle at about the 11-yard line. And the man's got a little room to run right up the middle, and he is met by 58, Rob DeZima. And a flag comes in late. In on the tackle were 30, Chris Torres and Rob DeZima, and a flag was thrown as the tackle was made.
It's going to go against Hand.
And it'll go against Hand. Face mask penalty.
The penalty was a face mask against Hand. Pushed the ball 15 yards downfield, starting at the 46-yard line of Foran.
You know, it's so easy to grab that face mask. Many times it's not intentional.
So penalty tacked on to the return and gives Foran the ball back, first down, just across the 45. split backfield, man in a slot on the left side. Quarterback option this time, and they're going left. He's got room to run over there. A lot of room to run. He breaks the tackle, and Ned Lynch is running him down, and finally brings him down about the 15. So a long run on an option play.
He's a real strong runner, as we said at the outset. He started for 4 years. He's their premier back, and this team is not going to give the game to you. Hand scored early on in the first quarter, and what they've got to do is keep that good contain on the corner and take it to him.
So Ned Lynch caught the man from behind, but ball carried looks like about the 14. First down for Foran.
14-yard line.
25 again. And the ball is up the middle, and he's inside the 10.
And ball carrier number 35, push up the middle.
On a tackle, number 7, Gentile, number 40, Chris Holt. A good gain on first down. About a 6-yard gain for Foran.
And that's too much yardage deep in that territory. Hand's got to toughen up defensively right now up front.
So it's a little hard to tell where the yard lines are here. It looks like about the 7 or 8. A wishbone this time, and the man has not gained much. Aim across the right side, and John McHenry is in on that tackle. Chris Holt, Derek Dene. Gained maybe a yard at most. Ball is about the 5. So they only need a little over 1 to get a first down, and about 5 for a touchdown. Timeout for Foran to discuss what they'll do at the 5-yard line. Third down and a little over 1 for a first down, 5 yards for a touchdown. After the timeout is getting near the goal line. High formation this time, handed off their back. A good back, and he is nailed down about the 2.
That was a great pop by Ned Lynch.
Coming up to make that tackle is Ned Lynch. Somebody had him around low, but Lynch drove it back. That should be a first down.
It is, but he had to pay for it.
So the ball looks like about the 2-yard line.
This is where you do a real
2 or 3 yard line.
You do a real gut check on the defense.
Off to the good running back again, and he is stopped short of the goal also, about the 1. Ned Lynch came up to make a tackle again. John McHenry in on the tackle. Not much gain there. They gained less than a yard.
Well, they have 3 downs to go about a yard and a half.
So it still looks like it's a little more than 1 to go for a touchdown. Second down to go. Goal for Foran.
And needs some penetration by that defensive line to make something happen in the backfield right now.
And off this time to the running back, and he is stacked up on the right side.
No gain.
And that's number 40, Chris Holt. And Matt Gentile in on the tackle. Holt and Gentile, the first 2 guys in on the tackle, and no gain there.
We have a short yard on the play, brings up a 3rd and 1. 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line.
They're still at the 1-yard line. 3rd and 1. We're down to 3 minutes left. First quarter. Hand is leading 7-0, but that's in jeopardy. Tight formation for Foran, high formation. And quarterback keeper going over the right side. Looks like he's got a touchdown Foran.
Well, we've got a game here tonight, Kent.
Looks like it. Foran's line did make a forward surge on that. Hand was not able to push him the opposite way. So it's 7-6 with a conversion try coming up. There's 2:50 left in the first quarter. Those of Foran High School of Milford trying to tie up the game, and there's a flag thrown before the play gets started. The Foran players are applauding that call. Well, let's see what it is.
It's against Foran.
No, it's against Hand.
I don't know who's more confused, them or us.
They may have pointed this direction, but they marched it the other direction. So it looks like they're still lining up to make a kick rather than go for two. A good placement. The kick looks good. So tie ball game.
Good for Foran, tying the score at 7-7 with 2:50 to go in the first period.
For this game, Foran has scored more than East Lyme did the whole game last week. We do have a ball game here, 7-7, still in the first quarter.
And what's important now, especially with a lot of these young players in the skilled position, here's where they've got to come back real hard. They can't let down just because Foran has come back and scored. They've got to come back hard and march that ball down the field.
Hand's defense was fairly strong except for the one big play that they let get clear down inside the 15. Back to return this punt for Hand are Ned Lynch on the near side and Sean Lynch is on the far side.
Now they have two excellent kickers. Their kicker is very good. Their punter is very good. Let's see how number 51 does right now.
To the near side to Lynch at about the 18. Lynch is heading in. Middle return. He's got a little room to run. Break the tackle. Still going. He's got one man more to beat. And finally tackled at about the 40-yard line. Good return.
It was a super return. They had the wall set up. They lost contain on the near side of the field, and Ned was able to pop it outside. And it wasn't a very deep kick.
So he took that ball on about the 18, took it across midfield, clear down almost to the 40. That looked like they had all the blocking in the middle to break the initial charge of Foran, and then Ned Lynch turned it to the near side. First down Hand, second possession. Pitch to Lynch on the right side. He's got a little room to go over there behind the blocking of Henry. Foran man comes up with the ball. Let's see what they call it. Ball is down. Hand keeps possession.
The ground can't cause a fumble.
In at center is Peter Clark. That Gentile to Chris Torres, and Torres breaks tackle. First down, curl almost to the 20.
You know, that was the same play, Kent, that he busted that other one on.
Chris
Inside over the guard.
just lowered his head and broke contained at the line of scrimmage, took it down to about the 22.
He hits the hole so fast that you don't have to have the hole open very long.
Tom Hopkins split wide to the left, Ken Wilson to the right. High formation, Matt Gentile over center, hand off to Lynch. And Lynch is up to about the 20.
Some second effort, it looks like he picked up a couple.
On a play like that, Ned Lynch doesn't look like he has any place to go, but he got almost 4 yards on that play. Second and 6, Deacon Silius is in at the blocking position. And Lynch takes it to the left, and he takes it near the 15, about 16.
And that was a toss left again, and there was a hole there, but their linebackers are very active, and they were able to come in and fill the hole enough to keep them from getting the first down.
So only a couple of yards on that play, about 4 to go, 3rd and 4 for Hand. We're inside of a minute left, first quarter, tie game 7-7. Split backfield this time. And off to Dorez, and Dorez is across the 15. Looks like he's a little short of a first down, however, but this should be 4-down territory.
It is, and he's very close to that yard marker. I wouldn't be surprised if they had a measurement. No, it looks like they're not going to.
He's only a foot or so short of a first down, but that'll bring up 4th down at about the 13.
Big play to keep this drive alive and regain some momentum.
4th down, they got a power eye this time. Power and running formation, and Ned Lynch, the ball comes loose. He's still looking for it. And that should be enough for a first down.
All depends where they spot it.
At the end of the first period, ladies and gentlemen.
And that runs out the first period. We're going to see where they marked that. They're going to have to measure it. They didn't give him much forward progress there. I thought he went another yard. They will measure before they switch into the field. So a fourth down play. They need this if they're going to keep their drive alive. And looks like they got it. First down hand now.
That's a real important first down, Kent, because what Hand has to do now is keep this momentum up and score. They don't want to let down after having Foran come back and tie it up.
So it'll be first down for Hand at the 12-yard line as we switch into the field. Anything you want to about the 12-yard line at the beginning of the second quarter. Tie game 7-7. Hand over the He's all the way to the end zone. Touchdown Hand.
And you know who scored that touchdown was the line up front, Kent. That line just blew people out. Big hole. Chris hit it hard. Touchdown.
And Chris wasn't even touched as he went into the end zone. That's behind the blocking of me on that side, Peter Clark in the center, and Matt Young and Justin Kingsley. Try for conversion with Hand leading 13-7. Good snap, good placement. Kick looks good. And it is good. 14-7. Hand is leading with 11:50 left in the second quarter. So it took him 10 seconds to play to score a touchdown after the second quarter started, Jerry.
And you know, it was a very important touchdown because what that does is it brings the momentum back to the Tigers, and that's what they needed to do. They needed to come back after Foran scored, tying it up to come back and go ahead again.
Where Dorez ran that ball for the touchdown, he was also running right behind the guards, which would have been DeZema and Donnelly, too. After Hand's second touchdown, Sean Lynch to kick off from the far hash mark. Two-man deep for Foran. Down the middle. Fielded, dropped, picked up to about the 21. And it's returned across the 30 to about the 32.
Runner tackled on the play by Haynes, number 78, Haynes. John McHenry.
McHenry and Hold in on the tackle.
You know, one of the things we haven't seen yet tonight that Foran is noted for doing is they run a lot of screen. They'll screen to the tight end, they'll screen to the tailback, they'll screen to a motion back, and what they're trying to do is cause some problems up front for the defense. But it causes some problems for them, too, because against Notre Dame, on 3rd and 11, that screen was picked off for a touchdown. Let's see if they run a screen.
I don't believe we've seen a screen pass yet, have we, Jay? There's an option play, and Donnelly gets a hand on him and comes back and helps make a tackle. So Donnelly messed that play up twice. He spun the man around and then came back and helped finish off the tackle.
That was an option where they had a blocking back and a trailing back, and the quarterback could have pitched to the tailback or cut it himself, and he elected to turn upfield.
So about a 6-yard gain, however, on that play. 2nd and 4 for Foran at the 38. And up the first man through, he's got room to run. And finally, he's being tackled by Cunningham. And a flag comes in late after the tackle. We're down to the 45.
That was a wishbone formation, and they handed off right up the middle to the fullback, which is their best back, number 25, and there was a hole, and he was able to gain some yardage.
So that penalty will probably go against Hand. It was made while the tackle was occurring.
That's a big penalty, 15 yards.
That's a personal foul penalty on the tackle.
15-yard penalty pushes the ball down to 41-yard line.
So 15-yard penalty tacked on to take it down to the 30-yard line. First down, Foran. Another option, quarterback keeps. This time he is being tackled by Matt Young, McHenry, and Derek Dene. He ran right into Derek Dene on that play, and McHenry helped finish it off real quickly.
Derek Dene that time played a very good defensive end position, forced the quarterback on the inside, and he was able to sandwich the quarterback between himself and Young.
No gain. Second down and 10 for Foran. High formation, 2 receivers to the right. Quarterback rolling, looking right. Now he's going to throw down the middle, and it's complete. Down about the 20-yard line, almost at 20. Coverage down there by Ned Lynch and Cunningham, it looks like.
You know, that time the receiver running a flag pattern to the outside was actually more open than the receiver that caught the ball.
So they give him forward progress, go to the 20, which is enough for a first down. Again, just over 10 yards. First down for Foran. 9.5 minutes left. Second quarter. Hand is leading 14-7, but Foran is moving the ball again. Wishbone formation this time. Hand off to the up man. Tackled by Derek Dene. Helped out by Matt Gentile, and 78 is McHenry on the bottom.
That was the same formation and the same play to the other side of the line that they gained so much yardage on before, but Hand's toughening up in the middle right now.
About a 2-yard gain there down to the 18. Second and 8 at the 18-yard line. Good backfield, tight formation for Foran. Run formation, and a man gets across the line of scrimmage and gains a little bit. Derek Dene hit him around the ankle. Takes it to about the 14. That will bring up a third down, about 4. Ball is just across the 15-yard line, almost the 14. High formation, 2 receivers to the left. Quarterback looking to the left, and he's got a man there. They're going to give him the pass, it looks like. That ball was right near the hitting the ground. Complete pass. And that will give Foran a first down inside the 10 at about the 7.
That ball was awful close to being trapped.
I thought it was trapped, but the referee's a little closer than I am.
Well, actually, the referee was about 20 yards away from the ball.
Maybe I did see it better. We get no vote, huh? So first down for Foran, down about the 7. Another tight formation, run-type formation, high backfield. Hand it off to the tailback, and he's bouncing to the outside, and he's met on about a yard gain. Cunningham over there. Gentile rolls over the top.
That was great defense. The play was designed as a quick hitter off tackle. There was no hole there. He had to bounce outside, and there was nice pursuit by the Hand defense.
So only a yard gain takes it to the 6-yard line. Second and goal at the 6. Backfield this time. Over to the left side, and it's an option. Pitch back, and the man gets inside the 5, down about the 1 or 2. Tackled by a number of players. Ned Lynch came up. Chris Holt, Matt Gentile. Third and goal. Ball's down at the 1.
That was the same pitch that number 25 set up the score in the first quarter on. The quarterback carries the ball out to about the tackle position, then pitches out to the tailback.
So Foran takes their second time out of this half to see what they will do at about the 1-yard line. Third down for Foran, and they need a yard to gain a touchdown and try to tie this game up. High formation, 1 receiver to the right. Hand it off right up the middle, and a man gets into the end zone. Touchdown for Foran. Makes the score 14-13 with a conversion try coming up.
That time their money back moved from the tailback position to the fullback position. They gave it to him right between the guard and tackle.
So they are doing some running against Hand's line so far. The conversion try will be
this lead. Big break.
The snap that time was a little bit high. Maybe the man didn't set it down in the right place. But the kick was off to the right. So Hand clings to a 14-13 lead with 6:49 left before halftime. So Foran scores their second touchdown but does not get the conversion. They were helped immensely by a good run back and a 15-yard penalty tacked on it that gave them good position to start from. Goal line drive kick is for Ned Lynch at about the 12. And return right up the middle. He's got a little room to run again. Runs over one man and brings it across the 35 to about the 37.
You know, I was talking to Frank Tardoff. Some of you probably remember his son Scott, who was a senior last year, and he was commenting on Ned's running. Ned truly is a veteran back here, and you can tell because he's making cuts at full speed, and he has excellent vision and great speed. And we've seen some big gainers for him thus far. I hope he can bust a couple someplace to come.
Lynch quarterback, good field position for a Hand at about the 37. Gentile rolling right, looking to throw. Throwing across the plate to Ken Wilson at about the 50. That'll be a first down. Ken Wilson looks like he has filled the position when Scott Hevesy went out with a broken collarbone. He's playing at flanker position as a receiver and done very well so far.
He's doing a good job.
And Doraz pulls his way for about 7 or 8 yards.
Well, I'll tell you, the combination of that short passing game and those quick openers up the middle, that's just what Hand wants to see right now. That's exactly what the coaching staff wants, is the ball control, pick up 5, 10 yards of crack.
About a 7-yard gain for Doraz. About 6 minutes left before halftime. Hand leading 14-13. And off the tailback this time, Ned Lynch, who's at about the 41. That's going to be a yard short of a first down. We have a break in the action as a Foran man is down on that last play. So on that last play, number 73, the nose tackle for Foran was down, but he did run off the field. Split backfield this time. Dora's got the ball. He's got a first down to about the 36.
You know, in this defense, there's a natural hold between the guards. They're playing with a middle linebacker, and with only about a half a yard to go, they're most likely going to pick up that kind of yardage.
So Chris Dora carries for a first down between the 36-37. Power I formation this time. Ken Wilson is the backfield for blocking. Ned Lynch goes over the left side, and he's tackled for no gain. Good defensive play.
Well, there was a nice hole there. It was misdirection where both fullbacks were headed to the right, and they gave the ball to Ned Lynch slashing to the left. But as we said earlier, their inside linebackers had excellent lateral movement. Number 66 came from his inside linebacker position and made the stop on the outside.
So no gain. Second down and 10 for him. Gentile looking to throw. Now he's going to keep it, and he's got a little room to run. On the right side, he's down inside the 35 to about the 34.
Well, when he started rolling out, Ken, I was getting a little nervous, you know, with Hevesy out. There really isn't a backup quarterback right now. I heard rumored that Ned Lynch was the backup quarterback.
And Ned Lynch, who plays the tailback position, if he plays that position, I've never seen him take a snap as a quarterback. That will bring up third down and long, third and about 7 for Hand. Gentile back looking to throw, and he's going across the middle, and it's a complete pass. In and out of the hands of the defender, and to Ken Wilson, who was lying on his back.
Great heads-up play by Ken Wilson. That's real concentration on the ball.
And that gives Hand a first down. Third and long, and Hand a first down. That ball was thrown. It could have been intercepted, probably easier, and it could have been caught by Hand.
Just a little help from our friends.
That's right. Pitch this time to Ned Lynch going around the right side, and he's down about the 22.
Ned Lynch carries the ball.
Gain of about 3. Not quite that far. A gain of about 2. We're down to about 3.5 minutes left before halftime. And leading 14-13. And off this end to Doraz, and Doraz hits it inside the 15. That's should be a first down again for Hand.
Another big hole up the middle, and that's what they're doing. They're running at those inside linebackers that have excellent lateral movement.
Kingsley took off 66.
So Kingsley had the big block ahead of Torres.
That 66 is well played. 6 foot, 220.
First down for Hand at about the 12. And off to Lynch, and Lynch is down inside the 10.
Put on a play by number 25, the Foran. Not before bringing the ball out to the 10-yard line. Pick up a 4 on the play. Brings up second and 6.
About a 3-yard gain. Taken down just about the 10-yard line, just across the 10. Hand can get a first down at about the 3 without scoring. We're down to 2.5 minutes before halftime. High formation, hand off to Doras, and Doras is heading for the end zone. Touchdown, Hand. Chris Doras carries it all the way from the outside the 10-yard line.
Great blocking up front, and again, what they're doing is running right at those linebackers in the middle, and they're blowing them right out.
So Doras running low and keeping his feet. Takes the score to 2013 with about 2.5 minutes left before halftime. Try for conversion. Matt Gentile, the holder. Sean Lynch kicks it up and kicks it through.
Another great kick.
21-13.
With 2:29 left in the half, the score is the Hand Tigers 21 and Foran 13. Okay, 7 in a row for us.
So Hand stretches their lead, 21-13. And we'll kick off back to Foran with just under 2.5 minutes left before halftime. Lynch hits a high one down the middle, fairly short at about the 20. And the return is right up the middle, and the man's got a room to run almost to the 40. Goes to about the 39. Foran High School will take over.
Back to the 39-yard line.
Well, 2.5 minutes, Ken, is a lot of time, especially with an offense that does so many things as Foran does.
And Hand has not totally shut that offense down yet, have they?
No, they haven't. They have, except for the big plays.
Big plays are what turned into a loss in the game against Brantford, of course, in the first game. One setback and receivers wide to both sides, and he's going long down the middle. And incomplete pass. Good coverage by Cunningham. Cunningham was in the way of the receiver who could not get to the ball.
Also,
without interfering with it.
Also, Wilson, there was a little bumping and shoving towards the end of that play, and I thought there was going to be an interference call, quite frankly.
So second down and 10 for Foran at the 39. Tight formation for Foran. And the ball is dropped and picked up by the quarterback, and he gains about 4 yards. To the 44.
Quarterback up the middle.
We have a break in the action as the man for Foran is a little slow getting up. So Foran had a man shaken up, but he walked off of the field. We have 1:45 left before halftime. Third down, about 5 for Foran at the 44. And the ball is snapped again and lost by the quarterback. This time he doesn't gain 5 yards. He gained about 2 feet.
Fourth down, coach. What about punt block?
Fourth down coming up for Foran at the 45. And Hand is going to stop the clock with a timeout.
Play brings up a 4th and 5 for Foran from their own 45-yard line.
And our number 12, Matt Soper, and number 90, Mike Richards, anticipating a punt. Back for Hand are Ned Lynch and Tim Cunningham, and it's kicked high, good kick, goes toward Cunningham at about the 20-yard line. The return is to the near side of the field, and he's got a wall, he's got the wall, and he's a penalty flag down. Penalty flag down, but he's going to be cut off, not yet. It's a return by Cunningham inside the 20, but we have a flag lying down about the 25-yard line.
What sprung Cunningham was a great block by Ned Lynch, which allowed Cunningham to get to the wall. There was only one defender between him and the wall. He had good enough speed to get around that one defender, had the wall set up, but there was a penalty.
So that's an illegal block by Hand on the return, but an excellent return by Cunningham.
I think the penalty, I mean, he's calling two Foran players hit each other. I think it was that looked like a penalty, not a handout. Because our block was clean.
I didn't see an illegal block there either.
Yeah, no, I think it's two Foran players running in.
Block, and now they have first down at their own 13. We're inside of a minute left before halftime. Gentile back looking to throw, and he's throwing long on the far side, and it's intercepted over there and tackled immediately by Ken Wilson, the intended receiver.
That's what they didn't want to have happen with a minute left. They didn't want to give the ball back to Foran at midfield because a minute is an awful lot of time.
So Foran does get the ball back on an interception aimed for Ken Wilson on the far side, but well covered by Foran. We have 47 seconds on the clock before halftime. First down at the 47-yard line. Foran is going to look to throw long, and a throw down the right side, and that's intercepted by Hand. That's, who is the interceptor? 24, Cunningham, came down with the ball. A nice leaping catch by Cunningham gives the ball back to Hand at about the 18.
That's one way to make up for the interception. Just do it yourself.
Going to get the ball on their own 18-yard line first, and with 39 seconds left to go in the half.
So Cunningham went high for that ball and came down with it. 37 seconds before halftime. And looking to throw long again, and it's down the middle and aimed for John Lynch, and incomplete. Almost intercepted.
Feel like a pinball game.
I think we better run this one with 27 seconds left, Jerry. What do you think?
Well, you know what the old saying is, the offense sells the tickets and the defense wins the games.
So second down and 10 for Hand. And that's exactly what Matt Gentile does. He kneels down. And 18 seconds left with the clock running, and that will run out the half.
With the clock running out at the end of the first half, the score is the Hand Tigers 21 and Foran 13.
I see Steve Philippon is talking to Matt Gentile rather strongly about something. Maybe it was that pass right before that last play.
Well, what they're doing is the Foran team was giving an awful lot of cushion to the receivers, and Matt was airing it out right into coverage.
So Daniel Hand leads at halftime of this game, the third game of the season, 21-13. We will pick up a little bit of the halftime activities, and Jerry, just as an introduction, they're going to introduce a little bit about the youth football at halftime. Is that right?
Yes. Well, one of the things that's positive in Madison is the youth football organization is very well organized. It's very well coached. Bob Davis is the president of youth football. His son is on the team, Chad Davis, who's on the line. And one of the things that Steve has done, because youth football truly is where the Hand Tiger football has come from, Steve has been very involved with the youth football program. And one of the things he does is he has a representative from each of the youth teams. Tonight we'll see two representatives from each of the 5 youth teams here to receive a paw for their helmet. The youth teams do not have paws, and they're going to receive paws on their helmets tonight as representing their teams as MVPs of the past couple of games.
So we'll take a quick break here before a little bit of the halftime activities, and then we'll come back with a little bit about the youth football.
Good evening, ladies. To close our halftime show, the Tiger Marching Band will perform our school fight song, "On Wisconsin."
Flag down here on the kickoff again on the weak ball. I really don't think there's a I got to finish.
Is there any comments you'd like to make before we lead up to second?
No, I just made some comments to Jerry and stuff about, what I'm saying. But I like to see it there.
Well, here we are at our halftime show. As we said earlier, each week at the Hand High home games, players from the 5 Madison Youth Football League teams are honored at halftime as Outstanding Players of the Week. This week, chosen players will receive official Hand High Tiger paws for their helmets from the varsity football coaching staff. By division, this week's players are from the Youth Division Cougars, number 7 quarterback Dan Brand, number 77 tackle Justin Morehouse. From the Youth Division Panthers, number 80 quarterback Anthony Santapolo. And number 13 halfback Jeremy Friedler. From the Junior Division Cougars, my favorite, number 66 tackle Evan Peterson.
Number 23 tailback.
And also number 23 tailback Mark Bergami. From the Junior Division Panthers, number 63 linebacker Nick Riccano. And number 31 halfback Daryl Regis. From the Senior Division Tigers, number 62 tackle Paul Bossum. And number 74 guard John Vince. Congratulations, youth football players.
Players of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do a big round of applause.
Put it on. I'm going to put it in front of you. We are about ready to begin the second half of this game. The co-captains, John McHenry and Ned Lynch, are in the center of the field. And the first half of this game was 21-13, 33 points scored in the first half. With us today is Frank Tordoff here. Frank, your impressions of the first half?
Well, first of all, very exciting game to be watching as a spectator, no question about it. A lot of activity up and down the field out here. But I would like to have everybody be watching the interior line, both offense and defensive hand. I think they're doing a great job on offense, opening the holes and going after the linebackers, and on defense, putting some pretty good pressure on the quarterbacks out there. I think we're going to see a lot of confidence built this way for the rest of the half, I think.
So we're about ready to begin. Thank you, Frank. We appreciate it. This is Kent Sprague, Frank Tordoff, as you just heard, Jerry Johnson, who introduced the youth football players at halftime. Paul Sprague on the camera. Lynn Richards is directing. Jerry?
I wish I could talk as fast as Frank, though.
That was pretty good, Frank. I had to get my 2 cents worth in that time, guys.
Good job. I thought these people from Maine talk slowly, Frank.
Usually do.
We're about ready to go, second half. Foran has the ball teed up, and they will kick off to Hand to begin the second half. Who gets it at about the 15, and up the middle, the center wedge again, and he brings it across the 30 to about the 35. Good return, Jerry. Good position.
That's a good place to start. Let's see if we can get it cranked up like we did in the first quarter.
Peter Clark is over the ball for the center. Matt Gentile, quarterback. Chris Torres, the fullback position. Pitch to Ned Lynch on the right side. He's got some room to run. He's got a first down and more. Gain about 15 yards to midfield.
Well, that's the way to start off the second half on your first play. That was a toss right where Justin Kingsley kicked out, and the guard led Ned right off tackle.
So a 15-yard gain by Hand. Ned Lynch to midfield. Foran does have a man down, so we have a break in the action.
What you're seeing, the difference between Foran and Hand, Hand doesn't do an awful lot, but what they do, they do very well. Same play, two plays in a row. McHenry and Justin Kingsley are just doing a super job up front for blocking.
So Kingsley and McHenry and Derek Dene are leading a blocking on a run to the right. And Hand off to Torres. Torres is through quickly and down to the 35. Gain of about 7. That should be a first down. First down, Chris Torres. It's the first possession left. Greg DeConcilius gets the ball, the fullback position, and he's got a good big hole in the middle. Behind center, left guard.
Concilius on the carry for Hand.
Greg DeConcilius carried the ball in the fullback position behind the blocking center. I believe Peter Clark is in at center, and at the left guard is Joel Donnelly. Clark, Donnelly, Young on that left side of the line. Two men split to the left this time. Chris holds the block. High formation, Ned Lynch pulls forward. Gained about 3. The ball is going to be marked about the 17.
He was stopped on the play by their most active linebacker, and I can tell he's getting tired out there. And when he gets tired, he's not going to have the lateral movement that he had in the first half. He was making a lot of big plays in the first half.
That was another case that Ned Lynch really had no place to run, but he still gained 4 yards. Foot backfield. Keeper by the quarterback, Matt Gentile, around the left side, and a good gain near a first down, about a yard short, looks like.
Again, he was tackled by their middle linebacker.
So their middle linebacker's in on a lot of tackles, but he's having to cover a lot of field.
And that's going to take its toll going late in the third quarter and into the fourth quarter.
Third down and 1. The middle linebacker for Foran has been in on about every tackle so far. Desdoraz wedges his way to about the 10, which should give Hand a first down.
It's awful tough to stop Hand when it's only about half a yard to go with that big line up front. They get that surge. That's all you need to get that first down.
So Hand gets a first down at about the 10, just outside the 10. Pitches down to Lynch on the right side, and short gain about 2 yards to the 8.
Hand across the 10-yard line. Shot on a play by Foran, number 25. Pick up for 2 yards by Lynch on the play. Brings up a second and 8 for him from the 8-yard line.
Second and 8 for Hand. Hand could get a first down inside the 1. DeConcilius is in the game with Ned Lynch in the backfield. Holt split right to the right. Hopkins split to the left. And it's a slant end to Hopkins. Complete pass inside the 5.
Nice play. We saw that play last week a couple of times, Kent. And this is what they've been working on all week is the short passing game. Good job by Tom Hopkins to hold on to that ball.
So that brings up a third down, but a little over between 2 and 3 yards, it looks like, for a touchdown.
And that's a lot of yardage when you're deep in that territory.
Hopkins split wide to the left again, single coverage, and it's handed off up the middle, top short. Carries the ball.
Well, you know, Kent, that brings up 4th and 3, and the way Ned's been kicking, I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised if they tried a field goal, but it doesn't look like they're sending out a field goal unit.
I see no indication of it, so they obviously are going to go for it here. They've got John McHenry in at right guard, Peter Clark at center, Matt Young, left tackle, Justin Kingsley, right tackle, and a timeout before they get this play off with 4th down and between 2 and 3 for a touchdown for Hand. And took that timeout for Hand. 4th down 5 from inside the 3-yard line. Full house backfield for Hand, and Hand off to Ned Lynch, and Lynch is at the goal line. Touchdown Hand. Ned Lynch carries it in.
Well, that was right behind the blocking of big Justin Kingsley and John McHenry, and power football right between guard and tackle.
So Hand takes the ball into the end zone with 7:28 left in the third quarter. They lead up to 27-13. Sean Lynch in to try the conversion. Matt Gentile, the holder. The ball's down. The kick is up. It looks good again.
And that was some real smart running by Ned Lynch. What Ned did is he popped it outside because he saw a little bit of an open seam, and it was just enough of a seam for him to get over the goal line.
John Lynch has made good on every kick tonight, as he did in the last game. Takes the score to 28-13. is set to kick off from the far hash mark. Good long kick. Fielded in the air at about the 13. And run to the right side, and the runner has a little ways to go. Tackled by Derek Dene. About the 32.
This is going to be a big set of downs for this defense. If this defense can get tough and hold this Foran team, Foran's going to have a real tough time coming back in the second half.
So first down for Foran at about the 32. John McHenry, co-captain, calls the defensive signals. Full house backfield for Foran. And it looks like a bit of a mix-up and not much gain.
Foran runner number 25.
Peter Clark was in the bottom of that tackle.
And that time had a 5-man front with 3 linebackers. I think what they're trying to do is stuff that inside game so they can't get any momentum. It looks like they're moving back to a 4-4 right now.
So about a 2-yard gain. Peter Clark and Matt Young in on that last tackle. Another tight formation, full house backfield, power running formation. Quarterback option, keeps the ball. Got a little bit of room to run, brings it up to the 40. That'll be about 3 yards short of a first down.
Gain of 5. Brings up 33 for Foran from their own 39-yard line.
So there's the, like a wishbone formation with an option play by the quarterback who kept the ball that time.
The hands again moving into a 5-man front.
Another wishbone formation. Quarterback's got the ball, and he's going to be tackled for a loss by Peter Clark.
Stopped in the backfield by number 54, T. Clark.
Peter Clark made the tackle and polished off with John McHenry's help. That will bring up a 4th down on that after that loss. 4th and 6. Ball back at the 36.
Brings up 4th and 8 for Foran from their own 36-yard line. Back
in to receive this punt are Ned Lynch on the near side, Tim Cunningham on the far side. It's a good kick out there, headed for Cunningham on the far side, and the wall is set up over there, but he can't get around the first couple of tacklers. Brings it back about the 40. So the blocking was on the left side, but they weren't able to keep the first couple of men away from the returner.
Cunningham still did a good job. He was hit, broke the first tackle, but couldn't break the second tackle.
So he's just across the 40 to about the 41. Chris Torres in at fullback, Ned Lynch at tailback. Pitch to Lynch, swinging right, and Lynch gains about 6 yards.
That ball in stride, he would have gone all the way.
First down for Hand. That's a throw. Hopkins went wide to the left. Single coverage over there. And handed off to Lynch, who pulls his way inside the 10. Running behind Justin Kingsley. We have 2 players for Foran down on that play, so we will have a break in the action here. After that last play, we'll bring up second down for Hand and about 8 left. 2 players were down for Foran. They both went off. Josh Beller, number 25, is a good running back, and there goes Dorez for the end zone. Touchdown Hand. Chris Dorez carries it in over the right side behind Kingsley, and Derek Dene in on the blocking. So that'll take the score up to 34-13 with the conversion try coming up.
Hand is just too strong up front for this Foran team tonight.
And one of the other players named Winter that went out was big number 71. He was a big lineman. Tom Lynch in to try the conversion, and it looks good again. Good kick.
Lynch for the 5th extra point of the evening.
So Tom Lynch makes the conversion, takes the score to 35-13 with 4:07 left, third quarter. That last drive, Jerry, was helped immensely by the long pass to Hopkins, but aside from that, it was pure power football with Ned Lynch and Chris Dorez carrying the ball right out for it.
And that's what Hand wants to do, is they want to control the ball, they want to run some time off the clock.
Don Lynch kicked it to the far side. It bounces and rolls and finally picked up at about the 5. They have the ball carrier Serrano. They stop before he gets to the 20. About the
That
19.
keeps Foran deep in their own territory.
Might mention that Chris Dorez had looked very good. Unfortunately, Scott Gumkowski sprained an ankle last week. He is in uniform, but I understand he won't play unless he has to. He should be back probably for the next game, but Hand has some good running backs this year.
They do, and they're young, and I think after a couple more games, some of these young kids are going to have some good experience.
So first down for Foran, about the 19. Quarterback still got the ball, rolling to the near side, and now he's going to run with it. And Chris Holt pushed him out of bounds. And finished off with by Chris Dorez.
All that was, Kent, was a bootleg, and some of that flow going the other way forced a lack of contain on that side, and he was able to pick up some good yardage.
So he gained a little over 10. First down for Foran right at the 30. We are down to 3:34 left, third quarter now. The quarterback bobbles the ball and picks it up. John McHenry right on top of him.
You know, they must be having some trouble between the quarterback and center, because they've been having some difficulty all night tonight getting the ball from center.
2 consecutive ones right before half, as I recall.
And that was an important drive for them as well.
So no gain. Second down and 10. Chris Dorez and John McHenry playing the inside linebacker position. Quarterback straight back, looking to throw across the middle. In and out of the arms of the receiver. Incomplete.
Well, he was wide open, but I think you heard a few footsteps behind him.
Coming up right behind him were Matt Gentile and Ned Lynch. So third down and 10.
Incomplete pass, first down, 10 from Foran's 30-yard line.
Third and 10 at the 30. Pressure, very good pressure. It looks like a complete pass and maybe about a yard short of a first. That's going to bring up a fourth down, Jerry, just short of the 40-yard line.
And, you know, I think that fourth down is due from good pressure. If that quarterback was able to sit back there longer, he would have had a little more time to be able to not underthrow the ball.
I didn't see who all got in on him. Peter Clark was one of them. But there were 2 or 3 players that got in on the quarterback. So big fourth down for Foran, and trailing 35-13, they're going to go for it. McHenry gets right up in the line.
I think that was movement by Foran's offense. A little over anxious.
They were going to run right up the middle, and we'll see how they call it. Illegal procedure against Foran, so that'll push them back 5 yards. Now it's 4th and 5. And anticipating a punt, and there's several other players in the game. Number 90 is in, Mike Richards. Number 12 is in. That's Matt Soper on the special teams. And it's a high kick aimed for Cunningham on the far side, and he drops the ball, but it looks like it's covered by hand. Ken Wilson recovers the fumble. Looked like Tim Cunningham was backing out of there to try to swing to the right with the blocking on the right side, but he forgot the ball. Ken Wilson keeps the ball for hand. First down at the 31. 1:35 left, third quarter, at hand leading 35-13. And off to the first man, and he's got a little room to go. That's 42, Deacon Silius.
Deacon Silius on the carry for him.
And Greg Deacon Silius gains about 6 yards.
With the ball spotted at their own 37-yard line.
Tom Hopkins split to the right. Deacon Silius still in at fullback. Matt Gentile, quarterback, pitch to Ned Lynch, running around the right side, and Ned Lynch gets a first down plus about 3.
Nifty running by Ned Lynch. You know, Ken, a little birdie just came up and told me that Ned turned 18 yesterday.
He had a birthday yesterday.
So happy birthday wishes go out to Ned, and his brother Sean turns 17 tomorrow. So the birthday boys are on the field doing a good job.
So Ned Lynch carries our first down to the 46. We're inside of a minute in the third quarter. And up to the first man, Deacon Silius. Deacon Silius gains about 2. Behind the blocking of Rob DeZima, Peter Clark.
Picks up 2 yards on the play. He's up 2nd and 8 for hands on their own 47-yard line.
Tom Hopkins split to the left, and the slot left is Ken Wilson. Pitch to Ned Lynch going to the left. He breaks one tackle, and he's got some room.
Got some room
Around the corner.
He's quick.
Ned Lynch turns it on, gets inside the 30-yard line.
Some nifty running by Ned Lynch.
Ned Lynch showed pure speed over there on the corner, outrunning the defender.
No, that defender was in position. He just couldn't keep up with Ned on the corner.
So first down with a hand with 7 seconds showing on the scoreboard before the third quarter ends. And the clock is running. They won't get this play off.
26-yard line.
So the third quarter runs out with Daniel Ham marching the ball and leading 35-13. Fourth quarter begins with Ham first down at the 25. And up to Deacon Silius, and he is met with a short gain, about a yard or 2, and a flag is down. And the ball came loose. Foran recovers.
No flag on the play. There's a fumble recovered by Foran.
I thought there was a flag down. We were just trying to figure out who had the ball. I guess
They were spotting the ball.
Okay. So Hand loses the ball on this possession. Foran of Milford takes over the ball at the 23. 2 receivers to the left. Quarterback rolling to the left, looking to throw. And complete pass and nailed by Matt Gentile.
Super hit by Matt Gentile.
Matt Gentile, after the pass was completed, he drove the receiver backwards. Gain of about 9.
I'll tell you, the next time that receiver goes out for a pass, his ears are going to be ringing.
Matt Gentile didn't play that like a quarterback, did he?
He looked like a middle linebacker. We'll nickname him Dick Butkus.
About a 9-yard gain for Foran. They're back looking to throw again. Across the middle, and thrown high, complete pass. Good catch. Tackled by number 30, Doraz. Very good catch on a high throw. Daniel Hand with a 3-touchdown lead, but Foran is opening it up. This time they have 2 receivers to the near side of the field. And it's handed off to the tailback, and he's met by Matt Young
Number 25
and John McHenry.
Stop on the play by number 72.
No gain for Foran. Matt Young met the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. Finished off by McKinney.
Except for one series, the hand defense has been real tough up front.
Besides Young and Kingsley in the middle of the line are Peter Clark and Derek Dene. There was a flag thrown. A man moved early. Incomplete pass.
If it is against Foran, I would expect that hand would probably decline and make it 3rd and 10.
I'm pretty sure it was because the receiver on this end beat the snap count.
You've got to be set for a full count before the ball is snapped, and he obviously wasn't.
We see no signal. It's declined by hand. 3rd and 10. Ball at the 41. And you said they use a screen pass sometimes, Jerry. This might be the place to use it.
They have a lone setback. He just went in motion.
The quarterback is looking to throw, but he has no place to go. Ken Wilson came in on the tackle. Justin Kingsley and Derek Dene is on the bottom of that pile.
I think they were trying to set up the screen pass that time, Kemp, but this coaching staff up here with us as well as on the field had talked to the defensive unit, and the defense was not fooled by that motion, and they were right on top of the play.
Matt Young ran out of his shoe that time, so he's coming out for a play. Into the game is number 75, Chad Davis. Brings up a 4th down and about 13. Anticipating a punt. Cunningham on the far side, and the ball is toward Cunningham. He's going to let it roll. Not a very long punt. It will stop at about the 41.
Well, that really takes a hand bounce. That puts hand in good position on the 40-yard line, almost to midfield.
Peter Lawler was in on that front play. Number 12, Matt Soper was in. Mike Richards was in the play. And Chad Davis, whom we mentioned earlier.
And with the score being 35-13 and less than 9 minutes to play, I think what you're going to see is a lot of running up the middle, run that clock down.
And off to the first man, Deacon Sullius, and he gains a couple of yards before he's smacked down. Takes it to about the 44. The clock continues to run for Hand, leading by 3 touchdowns. And off this time to Ned Lynch, and Lynch has got the corner and breaks another tackle and gains 13 to 14 yards.
Well, you can't fall asleep. You can't fall asleep when Ned gets the ball. When he gets the ball, he can break it from anywhere on the field.
First down Hand at the 43. We're down to 8 minutes left. Two receivers put to the right. Gentile rolling right, looking right, throwing long, and he's got a man over there. Sean Lynch, complete pass, throw down inside the 10-yard line. Number 87, Sean Lynch, complete pass from Matt Gentile.
You know, that time, right after a good run by Ned, I was watching Ned. He sealed the corner, giving the quarterback enough time to make that long pass. Great protection.
Sean Lynch got behind his man. Foran has a man down on the far side of the field at the out-of-bounds line, so we do have to break in the action. First down for Hand at about the 8-yard line. First and goal. Pitch to Lynch on the left side, and he's aiming for the corner. He's got a defensive man to mid him, though. Flag comes in late near the tackle. That's got to be against Foran on the tackle. There wasn't any other hand man there except Ned Lynch with the ball. Lynch takes it to the 5. Face mask call against Foran.
Well, that'll bring it half the distance.
So if he stops at the 5, that's at the 2.5.
So that's a 2.5-yard penalty.
Yeah, 2.5-yard penalty.
They made out pretty good in that play.
They breaks up a first and goal for Hand from the 3-yard line.
So that's a first down for Hand inside the 5. Lynch again aiming for the goal line, and he stops short. Looks like he takes it to about the 1. They're running behind Peter Clark at center. Joel Donnelly at one guard. Rob DeZima at the other guard. Matt Young and Justin Kingsley at the tackles. And Derek Dene at tight end. Full out backfield, Ken Wilson is also there now. Wilson goes out to the right. And off to Deacon Filius. Signal is touchdown and touchdown. Greg Deacon Filius, number 42, carries it in the end zone. Get it in between the goalposts. Daniel Hand stretches their lead to 41-13 with 6:33 left in this ballgame. John Lynch just teed the ball up. In on kickoff coverage is number 28. Mark Olmsted, number 88, Matt Thomas is also in the game. Number 84, Pete McGrath is also in the game. Kick to the 10-yard line, and it's a center return. And a tackle is made right in the center of the field at the 25-yard line. 24, Cunningham gets off the bottom of the tackle. Chris Holt then on the tackle.
Well, it looks like we have some new people in here right now, Kent.
We'll try to get them as we go. I see number 12, Matt Soper is in the game. Number 5, Mike Burrell is in the game.
I've got to say number 75, Chad Davis, is in the game. Otherwise, his father will kick my butt.
Number 80, Peter Lawler is in the game. I see number 32, Brett Rubler is in the game. Quarterback straight back to throw. He's got a little room to throw on the left side, overthrown, incomplete pass.
Well, this is a great opportunity for these young kids to get some playing experience. Hand's gotten up 41-13 with about 6 minutes left, and these young kids have worked real hard all week long, giving the senior members of the varsity team a good look. Are in here, and some of that hard work will pay off right now.
Matt Young is still in the game. He's one of the few starters who's still out there. And a flag flies before the play gets off.
Offside due to facing against Hand. 5 yards pushes the ball to the 30-yard line.
So offside against Hand before the play starts. Gives them 2nd down and 5 at the 30-yard line. Quarterback rolling left, looking to throw, and passes across the middle. Incomplete pass, in and out of the hands. The receiver, coverage there, number 90, Mike Richards, who's near the receiver. Number 88, Matt Thomas, is also back. On the front line are number 12, Matt Soper, Matt Young, 75 is Chad Davis, and Thomas. And it's an incomplete pass in and out of the hands of the receiver. Coverage there by Dorez. And number 32, Brett Rubler.
That brings up a fourth down.
Fourth down for Foran. 4th and 5 with 6:02 left on the clock.
So these young kids on the field are doing the job, but they're being helped by some poor hands on the part of Foran.
That last pass was right in the breadbasket and didn't get caught. Hand is anticipating a punt. Peter Lawler is one of the people dropping back, and Sean Lynch is the other. They're not quite sure that Foran is actually going to punt this ball. High snap. Kick is out of there. Good, long, high spiral. It's aimed right for Lawler, number 80, and he catches it at the 32, and he's swinging to the left. He doesn't have any place to go, however. Gets back about the 34. And he got a necktie tackle at the 34-yard line. First down for him. 5:40 left in the ballgame. Down and 8 to go for Hand at the 37. Into the backfield are number 12, Matt Soper. And 28 is the other one, Olmstead. Mark Olmstead carried the ball.
Mark Olmstead on the carry for Hand. Brings the ball out to the 39-yard line.
Just across the 40.
41-yard line. Excuse me, pick up a 5 on the play.
3rd down and 4 for Hand.
Brings up 3rd and 5 for Hand.
Number 84, Pete McGrath, is split wide to the left. And up this time to number 12, Soper. So that'll bring up a 4th down and 1 for Hand at the 43. Punt is Ned Lynch. Is this Ned's first kick of the game, Jerry?
I think it is.
I don't remember another punt.
First time they've had to punt today.
Low snap, handled very nicely by Lynch. Just got a low kick. Uses the 28 and drop. And almost tackled, but beat it back, and now finished off by number 30, Chris Dorez.
And Burrell cleaned him up.
And Mike Burrell cleaned up the play. That was an excellent play by Ned Lynch because he had to field that on a hop, and he fielded it cleanly. Foran gets the ball back with 3:48 left in the 4th quarter. Safely ahead, 41-13. Chad Davis has replaced Matt Young in the line, so it's almost a complete second unit. Wishbone and tackled immediately. An excellent play by number 12, Matt Soper. Tackle for a yard loss. Second down and 11 for Foran at the 30. So Foran has their second unit in also at this point. Wishbone formation and a good run and a vicious tackle by number 5, Mike Burrell.
Ball carried by number 22 of Foran. Stopped by Mike Carrillo on the play.
Brill lowered his shoulder and drove his man backwards after a 5-yard gain.
Well, he's no stranger to this game. He's played a number of years.
Third down and about 6 from the 35. We're down to 2.5 minutes left. Wishbone handed off the tailback and tackled immediately by number 30, Chris Dorez, for a loss.
In the backfield.
5-yard loss for Foran. Chris Dorez shot the gap from the inside linebacker position for a 5-yard loss. In a wishbone formation, that man isn't set that much more than 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, is he? We have a timeout for Foran. 4th and 11, and Foran is going to go for it. Mike Richards is calling a defensive signals on this play. He's going to pass, and he's being pursued by number 58. And tackled for another loss, and that'll give hand back the ball. That was Rob DeZima.
Well, they're just having a lot of fun out there right now, and when you're ahead by 41 to 13, these kinds of things happen.
So that gives hand the ball at the 19-yard line inside of 2 minutes left. Well, Daniel Hand gets the ball at about the 19. Olmsted is one of the setbacks, and the other is Soper. And there's a pile up right at the 20. Looks like that ball was not handled cleanly, so Matt Gentile fell on the ball, lost a yard.
Well, you have a lot of new personnel in there, and sometimes it's difficult to have the timing that you have with other personnel that you're familiar with.
Can you tell who's playing offensive center now? 75? He's playing offensive center, and that's Chad Davis. Soper, and he gains about a yard or so, and that's all.
Got something on the carry for him.
Well, we're inside of a minute left in this ball game with Hand leading 41-13. Just letting the clock run and letting a lot of kids get a little chance to play, Jerry. That's a good idea. Except for Matt Gentile, they really don't have a backup quarterback, as you said.
That's right.
So he stayed in the whole game at quarterback. That's Mark Olmsted, and Olmsted fights his way forward for a couple of yards.
Mark Olmsted on the carry for him.
And the clock is down to 20 seconds and running. So that is probably the last play of the game.
I don't think we'll see another play, Ken. That's the ball game.
So they're just going to let the clock run out at this point, and make the next game is 41-13. Daniel Hand in their third game of the year. An excellent game, Jerry.
You know, the thing that impressed me the most was not the score, even though it's an impressive score of 41 to 13. But the thing that impressed me the most was Hand scored first, and Foran answered with a score to tie it up. Hand scored again, and Foran answered again. And the thing is, when you score and they come right back and run it down your throat and score, it's very easy to have that bubble burst and let down. Hand didn't let down. They came back and they fought back, and they built up a lead to 41 to 13.
And they dominated the game very much in the second half.
Yes, they did. And right now, what you're seeing is they have a lot of humility and a lot of class, which is a tribute to their coaching staff. The last thing they're going to do is rub it in the face of Foran.
So that takes the Hand record to 2-1. Next week's game is against Xavier at home. And Xavier is always a tough team.
They are, and they've got about 65 people on their roster. They've got a lot of talent. They're having troubles getting their program together, but